What's up, everybody? And really quick, is this going to be the best monster movie you've ever watched? No. Is this going to be the most groundbreaking movie you've ever freaking seen? No, definitely not. Are you going to have a great time? Yes. Is it going to be entertaining and engaging? Yes. Is it going to have cool monster effects? Fuck yeah. And by Stan Winston. What the fuck? I love 90s horror. Let's talk about The Relic. So really quick, if you follow me on social media, you've known that lately I've been kind of like on a 90s horror binge. Ever since I watched Twin Peaks, I have just been full throttle 90s, dude. I fucking love it. And holy hell, The Relic, 1997, directed by, what's his name right here? Peter Hyams. Oh yeah, by the way, this is going to be a Brews and Flicks episode. So you know what that means? That means, I don't know what that means. I guess we're drinking. Directed by Peter Hyams, not sure if I said that right. Came out in 1997, and this is the guy that also directed End of Days, which in my VHS haul, I happened to pull that movie out, and I vaguely remember it, but I feel like this is synchronicity. This is a sign because
there's no such thing as a coincidence.
And I feel like I must watch End of Days now. And this guy's made like quite a few other movies, some of the more notable ones. I have not seen this, but 2010, the year we made contact, which is a sequel to 2001, A Space Odyssey. If you've seen that, let me know if it's worth watching. And he's also made Time Cop, another freaking movie I have not seen. Jean-Claude Van Damme, baby. I have not seen Time Cop. Let me know if that's worth watching. I think that might have came out in the 90s too. I need another drink. Now, the movie stars Penelope Ann Miller as Dr. Margot Green. We have Tom Sizemore as Lieutenant Vincent DeGosta. And really quick, I recognize him mostly. Me, personally, I recognize this guy from It's Always Sunny. He was just in a quick little episode, really quick cameo.
I was thinking, hey, I got an idea. What do you say we slip into a room and you two split me open like a coconut?
Oh. Dennis, what are we saying this?
We say no.
Yeah, I recognize him from the small little role in It's Always Sunny, but apparently he was in Heat, and I think I also remember him in Saving Private Ryan. We have Linda Hunt. Now, when you see her, you're gonna be like, man, why does this lady look familiar? And she looks like the lady from The Incredibles. I knew. When I looked up her IMDb and the few movies that it showed, one of the ones that I did remember was Kindergarten Cop. It also stars James Whitmore as Dr. Albert Frog. Who, this guy was actually the guy, he was in Shawshank Redemption, and he was in that movie Them, that 50s cool movie about ants. It also stars Louis Van Bergen as John Whitney, and we also have, I cannot say this freaking name, so his character name in the movie is Dr. Greg Lee. I'm sorry. I'm too drunk to even try to pronounce names right now. But this guy is a fucking asshole in the movie, and you just fucking root for him to die. This next one open, because we're gonna need it. Alright, here we go. Cracking the next one. Cheers to anybody still watching. And if you're not familiar with this story, it basically starts off with what seems to be a ritual going on in some sort of tribe. It's like somewhere in South America. You have, what's his name? Dr. John Whitney here. And it looks like the tribe is making some sort of soup. And you see them add this leaf with like these orange little pebble looking things into the soup, okay? Then it shows John being fed this soup, and afterwards he sort of experiences like this kind of like weird trip. That's the vibe I got, at least. It felt like he was kind of hallucinating, and they were trying to amplify that because they had some guy come out in front of him, and he had like these tusks, and it looked like some type of cosplay, some type of fucking shit, you know. And he was like, the Katko. I forgot what it's called, the Katko. hold on, the Cthulhu, there we go. Something like that, but it's really cool. To me, it seemed like he's having some type of like premonition or just some type of like hallucination of this monster called the Cthulhu, right? And right after that, we have him essentially running to this ship and talking to the captain of the ship that's heading to America with a bunch of crates, you know, a bunch of artifacts, a lot of his stuff, and the stuff that he just encountered. He's bringing back a relic, which is why the movie's called The Relic. But it's not necessarily what's up. Okay, there might be spoilers in this, but are definitely, when I get to like huge spoilers, I will say that. But it's not necessarily about the relic. It's more about what the relic is wrapped around in. And it comes wrapped around in these leaves with like these little orange pebbles, like I talked about, right? But he had like this vision, and now he's like, okay, I need to fucking stop this from getting to America. And he tries to tell the captain, yo, please, you know, don't fucking take my crates on there. Leave my crates on the here in this fucking country. And he ends up sneaking on board to try to ensure that the crates are like, he can, if they're on the boat, he wants to like I think he wants to find them and throw them overboard. But he can't find the crates, and it like pans out into this shot where the crates are essentially going to be boarded late. Like, they didn't make it on the ship on time. So they're going to be boarded on the next trip, and he's stuck on the ship. So he can't prevent the fucking relic from getting to America at this point. Cut to like, I think it says like, I don't know, maybe 6 weeks later. But yeah, cut to later on, the ship is being towed in. It's a fucking ghost ship at this point. And we have Vincent DaGosta. Here we go. Superstitious homicidal detective, dude, played by Tom Sizemore. Like I said, I enjoyed this guy. I thought he had a very commanding presence. And I don't know, he plays like kind of like this bitter cop at the beginning because he's going through a divorce and he lost his dog, and that's a bummer. I totally get it. But yeah, he's called onto this scene, right? And they board the ship, and it's a fucking ghost ship. There's like blood smeared on the walls. They're looking around. He's kind of knowledgeable too. Like he's cool. He's fucking like straight up, and he's fucking smart. I love this character for sure. They're boarding the ship, and there's blood everywhere. And they look under this thing, and there's like decapitated fucking bodies, dude. Like straight up, tons of them. Well, I think it's supposed to imply that there's tons of them. But anyways, cut to the next scene is we're at this museum, and eventually we meet our second character here of the movie, Penelope Ann Miller, who plays Dr. Green, or Dr. Morgan Green. She is an evolutionary biologist, so...
I'm an evolutionary biologist.
What's that?
Someone trying to figure out where our tails went.
Alright, hold on, I need another drink because I'm feeling a little parched. By the way, if you're still watching, please be sure to hit the subscribe button. It would mean a lot if you join me here rambling on in my horror corner. What makes this museum so special is there happens to be a murder that night. And we have, unfortunately, our first kill of the night, which goes, shout out to the security guard. This dude gets fucking decapitated. I love when they show his body afterwards. One thing I noticed about this movie is I don't think they have much on-screen kills. But I think it's more effective when they show you like the aftermath. Because they kind of show his body afterwards and it's fucking straight up decapitated. And here is how we have our two main characters meet. Because this occurred at the museum where our evolutionary biologist worked. And then we have Vincent DaGosta, who gets called to the scene because these two murders, the one that happened on the ship and the one that happened in the museum, are very similar. So he feels like there's some sort of connection here. There must be some fucking killer here. And it turns basically into this like cool little like fucking 90s sci-fi monster flick where you're just having these two characters trying to figure out like all the information they can about who this doctor was in the very beginning of the movie, because it all essentially comes back to him. And as we go, we're just getting people either killed, fucking decapitated. There is a freaking dog death in the movie, so I'll let you know now because that always pisses me off. I hate that. Why? Damn it. I hate that trope. And speaking of tropes, one thing I noticed they do that can be, like I said, this movie's not perfect, okay? But one thing they do is they have that trope where somebody's talking and midway through the sentence, the fucking monster just comes up and just destroys him, you know what I'm saying? I hate that because, like, they did, with this in particular, like, this monster wheezes. Like, he's straight up, You know, you can hear him freaking wheezing his way down the fucking hallway. He's a huge ass freaking fucking creature. So the fact that nobody saw him a second before he killed the guy, just, it's one of those tropes where like, okay, this is obviously can be a plot hole, but you just, it's only one time in the movie, but yeah, it just doesn't make sense. And some of the things I really enjoyed about this movie is the cast. I thought the cast was just fine, excellent. Every single person in this movie I thought was just enjoyable, even to the point where you hated them, because you have like 2 characters in this movie that you fucking hate. You will fucking hate. And the first one we come across is Greg. We find out that Greg has applied behind Dr. Morgan's back for her grant. Now, obviously, it's not set in stone, and he even says it, like, you know, it's not your grant, it's not yours until you've got it, which is just such a dick thing to say, but he knows that she's going for it, and he's just being a sneaky little greedy little fucker. He's already got his own grant, and now he you know what I mean? So the first time we're introduced to this dude, we hear about him at least, you find out, yeah, this dude's going behind your back and he's trying to steal your grant, so you know, watch out for this dude. Cut to, she walks into her office and we get a quick pan shot of Greg, and he sees her walk in, and she doesn't see him at this point, but she's starting to make her way through the back, and this little fucker just like starts dipping. Oh shit, hit my mic. This little fucker just starts, like, turns around and like starts heading to the back of the lab because he doesn't want to get confronted, because he knows she's probably pissed the fuck off. And the first thing she does is makes her way back there and confronts him. Oh, I loved this actress right here, Penelope Ann Miller. I loved her character, badass. I love that she just took that initiative, just called him out on that shit and was like, dude, you already have your own grant, and now you're gonna go behind my back and fucking do it? Like, just have the fucking cojones to do it. Another character you're not gonna like, I didn't write, I think his name is Tom, and I didn't get the actor name or anything, but I think he seems, I think he's the head of security, something like that, or the, you know, something like that at the museum that most of the movie takes place in, and he's just one smug piece of freaking shit.
Lieutenant, this is Tom Parkinson, our Director of Security.
Have you identified the victim, Lieutenant Agostino? The Gusta.
Ah, I hated this guy. The whole movie's revolving around this gala event. Huge art, like, exposition going on based on superstition, which is just funny because the whole movie kind of feels like this superstition, like, theme going on. You know, the main guy, what's his name, Vincent D'Agosta, he's very superstitious. And it's just all a bunch of, like, there's a part where he's walking with Dr. Morgan, and there's a penny on the ground, and she's about to pick it up, and he's just like, oh, wait, you know, is it heads up or down? So I just enjoyed a superstitious homicidal detective. Also, another thing I really enjoyed was this creature. Now, there is CGI in the movie, and there's not very much, and it's only used when the creature is, like, running and, like, moving basically from point A all the way down to point B type of shit. But other than that, it's all practical. It was done by Stan fucking Winston, who, he is like a very well-known FX artist. And he's worked on some movies like fucking Terminator fucking 2, Jurassic Park, Aliens, and that's just to name like just a few big ones. Holy fucking shit. I love the look on this creature. I don't want to give it away too much, but I love that it wheezes. I love that it's got tusks. And also a thing that it does, it eats brains. Like, it needs to eat brains to fucking live. That's why it's decapitating every fucking thing on sight. And just along with a lot of these other, like, late 90s movies, there's just a certain charm, if you will, to these movies. They just seem very grand. The sets are just on point. And just these set designs are just for the museum and everything. Just, like I said, just very, very grand and engaging, if you will. Like, it's always great to see, just looking around in the background and just seeing all the kinds of shit. Like, I'm not gonna hate on a movie that's freaking CGI. You know, I like all those Marvel movies and everything, of course, but that's why you gotta just appreciate these older movies, because they just feel so much more real, if that makes sense. I don't know, I'm fucking wasted at this point. Also, there's a little bit of humor in the movie throughout, like, you know, little jib jabs, but one of my favorite One of my favorite scenes in this movie was when he visits like the morgue, or you know, whoever did the autopsy and is basically going over the body, the examination they're doing on the body. Holy shit, dude. The fucking lady, I didn't get her name, and I fucking I have all my notes in front of me. I can't. But yeah, the lady that does the autopsy is so fucking awesome. She's fucking hilarious. She, like, right off the bat, right? She right when the scene starts, you know, he's there, he asks, okay, what do we got?
7 decapitations in 1 week. Don't you just hate someone who only takes head and never gives it?
Like, that just set the fucking tone right there for this fucking scene that's about to happen. And she does like a few little jib jabs. There's another part where...
And, hey, wait a minute, this brain's light, even for a man.
And I just fucking love that, dude. Oh my god, I love this lady so much. She definitely just brought in the fucking movie for me. I wish she was in it more, to be honest, because she was just a joy. Even when she asked for an opinion, or she asked something for her colleague, which is a guy, and she's like, you know...
It regulates hundreds of hormones into the bloodstream. Don't you agree, Fred?
Yes.
He never shuts up.
I will say, like, my biggest dislike in this movie was just the overall lighting. Because holy shit, this movie was dark. Like, fucking dark, dude. But yeah, I just personally was just like, okay, dude. I don't know if I guess you deliberately chose to do this lighting this way, but it just sucked. I watched it the first time during the day, and it was rough. I watched it at night the second time, and I had to turn up the brightness just a little bit more, and it wasn't too bad as it was during the day for some reason. But yeah, that's like probably my only dislike with this movie. It's obviously not perfect. It's based off a novel, by the way. If you're still watching, thank you for everybody telling me that on freaking Twitter. It's based off a freaking novel. I did not know. But yeah, and a lot of people were saying the novel's better, for sure. But I just had a great time with this movie. I don't know. When I'm watching a movie that's set in certain eras, like 90s, it's a monster movie from the 90s, I'm not going to go in taking it serious. I'm not going to go in expecting a lot, you know. And that's the best thing you can do, in my opinion. Because when you go in with that open, clean slate of a mind, fuck it, I'm just going to suspend my disbelief, you know, whatever that saying goes. Suspend your fucking idea of disbelief and just zone out. This is the movie to do it. This is a little more better than your like average freaking movie. It's got a little, like, you can tell that these people were trying to make a movie. They're trying to tell a story. It's based off a book. I don't know how well it's adapted from the book. I'm not even going to touch up on that because I never read the book. But for me, based off this movie, I had a good time. I can tell that there was some heart put into the movie, a lot of effort. And I've never made a movie myself, but I try not to trash on them too much because I'm sure it takes a huge amount of people and skill and talent and everything like that. And this is a movie that where you watch it, that's what you do. You turn your freaking mind off and you just have a good time. I just watched freaking Deep Blue Sea, and that was fun, dude. I should do a review on that, but yeah, that was a fun movie. And these are the type of movies that they're aimed to be, in my opinion. In my opinion alone. Let me know in the comments what you thought. If I'm wrong, let me know if you just think I'm fucking dumb and just rambling on at this point. Wait, we didn't talk about the third act. Fuck yeah, let's do it. Alright, spoilers, you can go now. If you want to watch the movie, go watch it and then come back, because I'm going to talk about the third act, because I'm going to just basically go straight to the end. One of the coolest fucking scenes, and very cheesy in my opinion. I'm not going to lie if I say, okay, what the fuck is happening? Like, that was my initial reaction watching this last act, the last little bit of the movie. It is like this face-off between Dr. Morgan and the fucking creature, right? She's in the lab, and she's like trying to hide from it, trying to run from it, like escaping through an elevator. You know, basically your last typical trope of that movie where it's cat and mouse. It's fucking do or die time. And she ends up coming up with like this, she gets a jar, and because she's in a lab, she gets a bunch of chemicals, and she makes like what seems to be like what ends up being some type of explosive device. It's, I don't know, some handmade grenade bullshit. I don't know, whatever. We're not gonna question that. So yeah, she fucking gets licked by the creature while they're like this close to one another. For whatever reason, the creature doesn't eat her, it fucking licks her. But she sets this fucking thing on fire with the little jar grenade she has, right? And the whole place starts like just catching on freaking fire. Oh, I'm tipping over. That's how you know I'm drunk. I need to finish this. The lab catches on fire. The creature itself catches all ablaze. The entire fucking thing is torched, okay? And she starts making a run for it. This fucking thing has not died. No, it is full fucking on fire, chasing her through the lab. It's like this epic shot where she is just running for her life. You see behind her some fiery looking tiger motherfucker. Oh man, I'm cursing so much, I'm drunk. But no, it turns into this epic chase, and she jumps into like this water tank, which is kind of hinted at earlier. It kind of almost foreshadows it and stuff like that. It's full with like warm water, but she jumps in there, and the door is closing, like locking up, and the thing like tips over and looks at her like, you know, rah, and she's like, go to hell. And the fucking hatch closes and the fucking lab explodes. It almost gave me fucking Indiana Jones vibe from Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. That fucking refrigerator scene just, ugh. But yeah, I just thought that was so over the top, ridiculously awesome. Like, fuck yeah, dude. I don't care what you guys think. You guys, let me know in the comments what you guys thought about this freaking movie. Absolutely love you. If you're still here watching this, it's fucking like 1 something in the morning. I'm drunk. But hey, these are the Brews and Flicks, right? This is how we do it here. Anyways, thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe. If there's a movie you'd like to see me review, let me know in the comments. And happy spookies.